everybody, Eric here for Foley Fables, The Council, Part 2. So I'm just going to let the game load because it takes a while to load. But we are... Never mind, it doesn't take a while to load at all. Let's see if I can catch us up on what's been happening. Is that a thing? Anyway, we are on this island. We've been invited here by a character who doesn't appear on this screen. Lord somebody whose name I've forgotten, because our mother, Sarah Drishe, was also invited here a while ago, and she's gone missing. So the other guy's like, hey, your mom's missing, maybe you might want to come over here and figure out where she's gone. Still no sign of her. There's been we found her journal and her bag and some other stuff, but we don't really know where she is. We are apparently staying in her old room, and she's left a secret message written in lemon juice that we have deciphered, and it's a bunch of riddles. So we're meant to look for something that's like a Medusa, or it's many eyes looking at us, or something like that will lead us to the next clue. And then there's a bunch of other people hanging around. There's Johann Christoph von Wallner, who is big anti-Reformation guy from Prussia. Jacques Peru, who is the head of the guillotine, no pun intended there. Sir Gregory Home is Lord what's-his-face's second, Lord Mortimer, it says there at the end. It's he's his second in command. He's been handling things while Lord Mortimer has been missing in action, I guess. Emily Hillsborough is a duchess close to the English crown, as it says there. We don't know really what her deal is, other than she looks really good in that dress she's wearing. Other than that, we don't really know much. This is our character, Louis. Again, in search of his mother, Sarah. He is a commoner. Although it says aristocrat there, but he claims he's a commoner. I don't know. Giuseppe Piaggi is here representing the Pope. He's a big coward. Napoleon is Napoleon. I just read a history book. I think you all know who he is. And George Washington, also, again, read a history book. Not clear if he has his wooden teeth yet. I assume he does, because this is retired George Washington. Or something like that. Anyway. So we need to find the place mentioned by our mother. Allegedly, there's something where all eyes are watching you. That was the clue. Let's see if we can find it. It's Giuseppe. Let's not talk to him. Let's also shrink before I forget. Got a great... I was going to say they got a great spread here, but there's no actual food. It's just drinks.
Dining on ham. Well, that's very appetizing.
Delicious. Actually, I don't want to talk to Giuseppe. Probably should, but I don't really want to. Oh, lovely. Also dining on ham, still. Grab some of that.
The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
Okay. I don't have the key. I'd rather not waste points, so let's not do that. We might come across the key at some point.
Circe.
Okay. I feel like if I knew more about art history and art in general, I guess, and mythology and etc., I might get what they're referencing with all these different paintings. Oh, it's collectible. Okay, it's another one. Key with an occult earth symbol. Okay. Let's go. Okay. That actually exits the room, which I don't think I want to do just yet. Can I look at my inventory? Key with an occult earth symbol. A small key with a ring shaped as an occult symbol for earth. Whatever that is. What's the occult symbol for earth? Beast always charges the most protected one is another note we need to be aware of. The IG's letter, which we opened. Why do we still have this? I thought we gave it back to him. handkerchief. Invitation that we got initially to get here. Emily's handkerchief. Beast always charges the most protected one, and then go somewhere where all eyes are on you, or something like that. And then there was something about Medusa. It's been too long. It's been a whole week. I've completely forgotten. Hey, they already had this painting.
A swine in a salon. That's an odd choice of decor.
I'd say so.
This painting has caused some debate. Who did Dosi paint? Alcina the fairy or Circe the magician?
Yes. Turn out they're the same person or something. Can I get out here? Doesn't look like it. No. Anybody else here? Is it just Piaggi? It's just Piaggi. See what else we can find before we leave.
Romney painted Lady Hamilton as Circe.
Okay, all of these are Circe so far. Pigs and Circe, what does that mean?
Discourse on the Method by Descartes. This book changed the way I looked at the world.
Okay, so the books are get like bonuses to your
The
skills at the
Conversion
start
of
of
Ulysses
quests.
by Gours. Circe changing Ulysses' companions into swine.
Okay, that's what it's about. Did forget that. In the Odyssey, they are not marooned exactly on Circe's island, and I think she turns some of his men into swine, and I think they eat them at some point, not knowing that they're swine, and then there's like a big thing. But you gotta kill Circe for doing that, I think. Okay, we can get out this way. Where have we not been? Okay, we haven't actually been through the other door at all. We haven't been on that side of the house. Let's see if it lets us in. What's the run button again? There it is. Casually jog past Piaggi. He doesn't like us because he gave us a letter to take to our mother and we read it, and he didn't want us to read it, so he's still mad at us. Oh my, that's a big library. Oh, it goes deeper. What the fuck? Holy shit. Think he's read all these books? Bastards. Do I need to look at all of them?
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
Oh, thought I was moving the ladder there. No. Why would Mother not want you to read that book? I don't know what it is.
A few pages out of an old encyclopedia.
More pages of the encyclopedia. What one did they pick up this time? They already have P for penis and V for vagina, so I'm not sure what else they want. A for anus, maybe. Okay. How do you get to the lower levels? The ladders all go... How do you get to the lower levels? There's no door on this end. Right? There is no door on that section. How do you get there? Shenanigans video game. Shit, cutscenes. This is a very fancy house. I'm very out of place.
Where all eyes size you up. Chances are, that's the room my mother spoke of.
Is it? There were a
And
lot
she
of...
also spoke of a Medusa. Should I go and try to find the creature now?
I guess. Alright, well, we found it, apparently. Find the Medusa head. Anybody in here with us? I don't see anybody. I mean, like, the house is big, but it's not that big. You really should be other people. You take a seat. Oh, let's take a seat. Let's take a nice sit. Have a look at this astrolabe looking thing. Alright, get up. That's enough time. Okay. Is this a Medusa? We'll collect all this shit while we're here.
The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. The last day before his crucifixion, Jesus announces that he will be betrayed by one of his disciples.
What does that say? Remove, possibly. Manuel Godoy. Manuel Godoy is another guest. We haven't met him yet.
Christ Crucified by Velasquez. Look, someone's left a note there. Reserved for the Duke of Alquidia.
Okay. Manuel Godoy is the Duke of Maquidia, I think. I think he was meant to be here and hasn't shown up yet. Maybe he doesn't show up until episode 2 or something. This game was originally episodic. All the episodes are out now, so you can just get the full thing.
Celia. That name means nothing to me.
Is that a pun? Does Iselia literally mean nothing? Okay, this gallery's too big. We gotta run.
The Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near. His brain is oozing by either ear.
Gross.
With his brain oozing, it's already remarkable that he can feel anything. Ah, François Ier, Receiving the Holy Family, a painting by Raphael. Amber.
Nice. Amber, I think, see the points in the bottom left? I think Amber gives you, once you've collected 4 of them, I think it
The
gives
Fall
you
of
another one.
Phaeton, another painting by Rubens. Poor Phaeton, struck by lightning for borrowing his father's chariot and losing control of it. Moral, don't steal Dad's chariot.
Night Watch.
A fragment of amber. The Company by Rembrandt.
I thought this was the night. Oh no, that's the Night's Watch. Well, clearly, because he said it wasn't. But...
A meeting between Louis XIV and Philippe V.
14.
I wonder why Mortimer's particularly fond of this painting.
Is it not the last king before? It's 15th or 16th executed? Guillotined. No, I read that already. Can I read the astrolabe? Does it have a prompt? No, okay. I'm not even sure that's an astrolabe, I'm just calling it that. Okay, I have a feeling the Gorgon is over there. The statue. So let's have a look around first. Theseus, possibly. With his dick out.
A painting with no name.
I wonder, could it be? Probably Lord Mortimer. Oh wait, never mind, there it is. I was thinking he was holding the head of the Medusa. And now it looks like he's holding the shield. Yeah, okay. He has his ass out. Anything over here before we inspect it. And has his dick out again. Okay, good. Oops. Get banned. Another box I could open. I don't have a lot of royal jelly, so I don't want to burn points if I don't need to.
I've got to find out what Mother was trying to do with her.
Does it rotate?
The Medusa. A hero armed with a sword? A hero with a lantern? And the last one holding a shield. I'll stake my life on it. All the statues form a single scene together. The poor devils are about to face the beast. Let's give them a helping hand.
Okay. So I need to get them to all face the Medusa? Well, in the story, she is turned to stone. See, I know the legend, which is really annoying. Okay. Toward the guy holding the shield. Because the legend is... She looks at the guy holding a mirrored shield, sees her own reflection, and turns herself to stone. I'm not wasting points. God damn it. That tiny penis is going to give me banned. And this is the one I don't really know. Do we have him shine it at the guy with the shields, or the guy with the shields bounces the light off?
If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa. Except for here, it doesn't work. There must be something else.
Oh. So that is correct for the legend, but apparently there's a different solution?
The origin of myths, a reinterpretation of legendary creatures. Just what I need. The text is in French on the left-hand page and in Latin on the right hand. Let's find the chapter on the Medusa.
Damn it.
Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra.
Wait, the chimera is female?
Ah, the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the Gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon, the Medusa.
Some of the heroes divert attention from the Gorgon. The hero with the sword brandishes his weapon. Okay, so that's right. The guy with the sword is facing the correct person. Divert attention from the Gorgon, so they don't face the Gorgon? Can I have the statue face the guy with the lantern? He can't face the Gorgon, I think. Or he was already facing the Gorgon, maybe? Hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Gorgon, so that's correct. I think we're gonna have to process of elimination this one. Okay, and if I have the shield guy not face it? Okay, so neither of them are facing Medusa.
It looks right, but nothing's happening. Maybe, in this position, the hero with the shield is just dazzling his colleague.
Feeling very stupid.
If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa. Except for here, it doesn't work. There must be something else.
You read the thing that... Let's read this again.
Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra, the gorgons. Ah, the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Medusa.
The hero with the sword brandishes his weapon. Sounds like he has to be facing the Medusa. These guys divert attention, so he shines. Bam. It's the light. Medusa looks at it. He comes up and attacks her, which is clearly not correct. So what is going wrong?
The clue I found said, "Beware hero. The beast always charges the best protected. That is its weakness." That's the key. The best protected hero is the one holding the shield.
Right.
Thank you, Mother.
I have that though. What am I doing wrong? Is he pointing the wrong way? Does he have to shine it at the guy with the sword? Can he not brandish his weapon if he can't see or something? That work? What am I doing wrong? I feel like he's in the correct position. He's in the correct position. It's just this guy, I think, who isn't. Fuck's sake.
Now, Louis, it's time to keep a logical mind, as every good scientist should. The aim is to defeat the Medusa, so what can the lantern be for? To light up the Medusa? Hardly likely. The hero holding the lantern will be easy prey, and the shield will be of no use. To light up the sword? No, that makes no sense. So that leaves the shield.
Which I did.
I wonder if the aim is to play with the light. If I turn the shield right, the light would be reflected. The ray of light will perturb the Medusa and focus her attention on the best protected hero. Pretty smart. But it also means I have to make sure I get the shield position just
for
right.
fuck's sake, the light isn't bouncing properly. He has to face... Okay, he has to face the guy with the sword so that the light will bounce off his shield properly. That's the problem. Huh? Oh, I never had him face the right direction, that's why. I hope. Right, that was the issue. Boom?
Whoa.
Shit. Careful. Careful. He has two of the same painting. Okay. Hello!
Rah! For Pete's sake, Emily! You scared the pants off me. Don't ever do that again.
Well, keep your nose out of my business then.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop fooling around and tell me what you're doing here.
Oh yeah? So tell me what you're doing here.
Oh wow, really?
I
Yeah, just like me.
probably, but I asked the question first.
So?
Well then, we'll pretend you haven't asked me yet.
What about a little gallantry, Louis? Come on, I'm listening. What are you doing here?
Dang it. I do not don't have enough etiquette and do not have enough erudition. Make a joke.
I admit everything, madam. You win. I've been bitten by the same bug as you.
I beg your pardon?
We can't resist being where we shouldn't, seeking out our host's little secrets. So, we have that in common, right?
I really thought you were going to answer me this time. Well, no matter. I'll tolerate your presence this one time. Now, since you're here, make yourself useful. Look around on your side. I'll do the same on mine. And if you find anything of interest, let me know.
Oh yeah, in your dreams. At your service, madam.
Okay, I guess we'll stay on our side. I found this pot. You interested in a pot? I mean, it's a cool pot, I guess. I don't want to waste points. I'm not wasting points.
A golden fleece.
It's freezing. Hurry up.
The Thinker.
An unofficial gospel? You'd be more likely to find this kind of book at the Vatican.
Nothing special. The library at Buckingham has 3.
I bet you've read them cover to cover.
Naturally.
Really? I'm curious. Tell me, what part stood out the most to you?
The passage where Mary says to Joseph, "Hey, you, shut up."
In other words, you haven't even opened one.
I mean, you haven't either. Let's be clear here, Louis. Okay, the pot is probably the thing we're meant to be looking at. This thing.
Guess what I found?
The Holy Grail.
Older than that.
A piece of Noah's Ark.
Not that old.
This could go on for hours. Just tell me.
Just
Caesar's laurel wreath. I can just see Mortimer dressed in a toga, wearing a laurel wreath, strutting around his manor all day long.
You have a curious idea of Mortimer.
Why? He's eccentric, like all the English are, isn't he?
All the
Well,
English are
Itaru
eccentric.
stands for French grace. Then if I were you, I wouldn't be making that sort of remark.
Okay, I don't get that joke.
Well, looks like a pamphlet on different political regimes, written by Mortimer himself.
You should be annoyed that I'm on her side of the museum. Let me guess, Excalibur.
You should see this sword, Emily. It's magnificent.
I'm busy. Describe
Giggity.
it to me.
Really?
This weapon is typically French, quite old, undoubtedly goes back to the Crusades. If it is a true Damask sword, it's worth more than a kingdom.
Damascus. That would make it Joan of Arc's sword, I
It
guess.
really does look like Joan of Arc's sword.
The famous Maid of Orleans. One of your favorite historical heroines.
You bet. Given the number of English butts she kicked.
And we all know where that
Oh yeah,
got her.
he's meant to be
When
French,
you
by
finished
the way.
playing, maybe you can help me search the place?
You're searching the same desk, you know. Amber, nice. Congratulations, you collected 4 amber fragments. Your maximum effort points is increased by 1. Nice.
Amber crystals.
Here's something interesting.
Really?
A manor in Maine, hundreds of acres of land in Catalonia, properties in Shanghai. Incredible. Some of these deeds are over 600 years old, and all signed by the hand of Mortimer.
I wonder if that's what inspired
Curious.
my mother's attention. How come all these documents have Mortimer's signature on them?
Do you think all these properties really belong to him?
Let's try.
See those fine scratches around the words?
Yes, and?
The ink barely spreads on the paper. It spreads exactly the same way on the signature. The deed was written using the same ink. If it is a fake, then it's a professional job.
It's not a theft, then. Or a falsification.
Several people have played the part of Mortimer, a part that has been passed down from generation to generation. Different men, but with one sole identity.
An intriguing hypothesis, and yet less twisted than some of my previous cases.
At last, you finally agree with me about something.
These documents are intriguing, but do you really think that's what attracted your mother's attention here?
Unless he's really
And how do
immortal.
you know my mother was interested in this room?
I didn't know, I just supposed she was. And you just confirmed it. So,
Did I?
do you think she found what she came for?
I don't know. She was obsessed with Mortimer, and I must confess, these property deeds are troubling.
If that's the case, why would she have left them?
Once again, I don't know. We'll have to ask her when we find her. And what's your take? Why keep such a collection hidden in a secret room? Any thoughts?
Mortimer has every reason in the world to conceal it, even if only to keep it from people like us.
Like us.
Hey, Emily, we're not thieves. We're only looking. I wonder why my mother didn't make it clear what she was interested in here.
She didn't have time to write it down, or maybe she wasn't sure of what she was looking for.
Or she wanted to protect her discoveries. It's disturbing.
You'll just have to search the rest of the room. Maybe you'll find something.
Doubt. Okay, well, we're going searching again.
What is that you found?
Well,
A cameo pendant.
crap.
What's going on?
Nothing.
For crying out loud, Emily, you lunged for that jewel like your life depended on it. Tell me what this is about.
No. We just met, Louis. I like you, but I can't just suddenly
Oh, she
open
likes me.
myself up
We're in
like a
there,
book
guys.
to you.
Listen, Emily. It seems pretty obvious to me that you haven't come here for the sole purpose of sampling Mortimer's cellar. Stop all the clever evasions and just trust me.
And why the hell should I place my trust in you, Louis?
I'm nice. This counts for 0. What was her fucking immunity again? She's immune to logic or something.
When are you going to understand that I just want to help you?
What do you expect? That I'll fall into your arms and say yes to everything you want?
What are you talking about? I'm only asking you to trust me a little. If only on principle, as a member of the Golden Order, for example.
I'll admit you are fairly reliable.
Fairly reliable.
That's it?
I'm very
I
reliable.
was expecting more.
Well, I'm prepared to trust you when it comes to choosing a French cheese, but I've nothing to gain by confiding in you any further than that.
Nothing to gain? Damn it, Emily! I'm only trying to help you. Stop needing to gain something all the time.
Because you think I need help?
Just like everyone. You have your strengths and your weaknesses.
Which apparently
and
is
there's no use pretending
psychology.
otherwise.
Ha! And I bet you found out where I'm weak, haven't you?
No. She does have a weakness in psychology, though.
You think your scathing wit protects you, but in fact, it makes you blind. No sooner have people introduced themselves than you already see them in a bad light. You play the part of a strong woman, and yes, you are a strong woman, of course, but what I see is a sensitive young lady who lacks self-confidence. Stop adopting a defensive posture, and you'll see just how quickly new doors will open.
There is some truth to what you say. I might have some weaknesses, but I don't need your help to overcome them.
Fair.
And I'm simply not contemplating collaborating with anyone at this time.
I'm not
Do you
taking
understand?
I'm not taking collabs at this moment. We could try it. We'll use up all of our points. We can take one blunder. We'll be all right.
Oh, it's crystal clear. You don't like people telling you what to do, and you do like giving the orders to everyone.
If I were the matron you speak of, I would have found an underling to search this place, and I would be sound asleep in my bed.
Crap. It was the she takes
I
orders from
already
somebody.
have a work partner. I know my weaknesses. I don't doubt that your abilities will be of use to me, but I already have all that, thanks to my teammate.
Is there any chance she might tell me who he is?
No, I've already said too much. Consider yourself lucky I've even given you this much. It's extremely rare, believe me.
Come on, don't stop now that you've come this far. You know that eventually I'll end up making you talk.
Well, since no one can resist you, let's see if you can guess who my partner is.
You're a gambler. So, your partner is...
Shit. Remember how she was affected by the cameo? Is like... It was a woman on the cameo, but I don't think that has anything to do with it. Let's try.
Your sister. She's your partner. She's the one you're looking for.
Well, I am impressed.
Nice.
How the devil did you guess I had a sister?
I did. I
Virtually no one
literally
even
just
knows.
guessed.
When it comes to getting results, you are very good. I grant you that. You deserve to know why the sight of the cameo pendant affected me so strongly. I thought it belonged to Emma, my twin sister.
Twin.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Now I get why you said you had a memory for two.
Yes, you can't imagine to what extent, though. As children, everyone got us mixed up. So one day we decided to play along. Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough, the woman with two faces.
Clever. But isn't it complicated? How do you make it work?
One of us has no existence in the outside world. We share everything. First for one, then for the other. We dress the same, wear the same makeup, we speak the same. We've learned to act as one. When we accept a mission, we both turn up. This time, though, she went ahead, and I was meant to wait for her on the mainland. She was meant to meet Sir Home and bring back the details so we could work out who would follow up.
And there was a problem?
She was supposed to return from Mortimer's 1 week ago.
Hang on, wouldn't
The
they...
boat turned up at Plymouth, but alas, no trace of my sister.
Wouldn't they know then that she
Instead,
has a
a
twin?
sailor passed me a message
Does
from
somebody
home,
else know?
notifying me of her sudden disappearance.
So, my mother and your sister go missing just a few days apart. That's strange. Maybe their disappearances are linked.
It's clearly a possibility, but up to now I haven't found a trace of either of them.
None of this is very reassuring.
By the way, Louis, now that you are in on the secret, you are obliged to keep it to yourself, or you will pay very dearly.
Don't
That's
worry.
fair.
Your secret is safe with me.
It's time to leave.
But I didn't learn anything in here. Great. Well, I suppose we did, the whole deeds thing. So, the flashback we had at the start of the game, where Louis's mother appears to shoot Emily, it's possible that she shot Emma instead?
So, what do you think of our first adventure?
I must admit it has been fun by your side.
Nice.
Same here.
You're right, it has been fun by my side. I agree. Now we will have an uncomfortable silence all the way back.
Oh, she's been drinking too much again.
Louis, I need to talk to you right now.
Good evening, Elizabeth.
That's a lot of ink.
Actually, this is not a good time.
I'm begging you, please don't leave me alone.
I'll be waiting for you in your room, but don't be late.
Oh my.
I was sure there was a certain je ne sais quoi between us.
Louis, we need to talk now. Otherwise, it'll be too late.
Looks like Elizabeth really needs me, but if I start talking to her, for sure Emily won't wait for me. What should I do?
She seems very insistent. So she has a whole lot of magic shit on her body, so...
Sorry, Emily, but I can't leave Elizabeth like this. All right, Elizabeth. How can I help?
Thank you. Come on, follow me.
Emily better not steal the only pantaloons I have.
Well, Elizabeth, what was so urgent? For God's sakes, what happened in here?
Oh, it was already like that. I didn't do anything.
I really need to talk to you, Louis, right now.
Does Lord Mortimer know the mess you've made of your room?
Listen to me, damn it! My days are numbered.
Elizabeth, I don't know if it's about my mother again, but I'm telling you, you've nothing to be afraid of. She didn't come here for you.
I saw her.
Saw who? You saw my mother? When?
Just last night. I went out to walk along the cliff top and I saw her in the distance. She
Oh,
tried
no.
to hide right away, but I'm sure it was her.
Where was this?
Are you saying you recognized my mother in the middle of the night while she was hiding?
Yes, Louis, I know it was her.
You just said she was far away, right? In the middle of the night. And the exterior of the island isn't exactly well lit.
Listen, I'm telling you, it was her.
She doesn't hesitate on her answers. She's not trembling. She's really convinced of what she's seen. Did you talk to each other?
No,
That's a
she
lot
was
of
far
scars,
away.
too.
I didn't make any noise, and then she was gone.
Have you told anyone
Scars
you've
after
seen
the
her?
tattoo.
Sir Holmes?
You can see
Mortimer?
it's cut through it.
You don't understand. It's her. She's here.
Yes, I understand.
No, you're not listening. The moment I saw her, I was overcome by spasms. She's here. I'm telling you, it was her. Yes, I need something to calm me down.
No thanks, I'd better not.
Listen, if you want me to tell you everything, you have to drink with me, Louis. What I have to say to you is of the utmost importance.
Why do I have to drink then? Well, we're here now.
I'll drink with you, but let's go easy on it, okay?
This is
I don't know
ethanol.
where she gets her rot gut from, but frankly, it's disgusting.
How poisoned
You know,
am I
Louis,
right now?
when I came here, it was in the hope of getting help. I've only just now realized that I've been drawn here into a trap.
Whoa. The alcohol's...
Yeah, super
Going to my
poisoned.
head.
Awesome, love it.
Here, the condemned's last drink.
Man, I need to take it easy with the booze. At this rate, I won't last the night. Let's go easy on the drinking, okay? Alcohol won't solve our problems.
I said drink.
Ugh. The second one isn't any easier.
So, do you want to know why she did all those things to me or not? Even if it changes the image you have of her forever?
What was she trying to cure you of then?
Of the one illness she never managed to treat me for.
Fine, fuck
Come
it.
on, Elizabeth. We have to finish what we started.
Now throw it away.
I feel all dizzy. There must have been a reason. Just tell me. Tell me what my mother treated you for.
She wanted to silence them!
What? What are you talking about? Silence what?
The voices. The voices in my head. They speak to me, Louis.
It's just conscience.
They've always
You're
told
fine.
me what to do. They say nasty things to me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, same. It's fine.
Elizabeth, are you saying that spirits talk to you?
You're right. Sometimes there are several voices. How did you know?
No, listen, I don't know anything. I'm just repeating what you said.
They want me. Want me just for themselves. They talk to me all the time. Yet your mother did everything to make them go away. Ever since I was little. And look at the result.
It's impossible, Mother. You spent your life trying to prove that the supernatural doesn't exist. Why punish this poor girl? Oh, shit. What has she done to you?
Uh-oh, Louis. Are you starting to believe me?
No.
No, but
Too bad it's all been for nothing. They're still there, you know.
what do you mean? They're still talking to you?
All the time. Despite everything Sarah put me
I
through,
feel like this is just depression, but okay.
I still hear them. And here I am on a lost island, knowing that no one knows me. And I find myself here at the exact same time as her.
It's very,
You
very
see?
suspicious.
You understand? You sense it too. I'm going to die here.
Okay, no, not necessarily.
I beg you, tell me you believe me.
Elizabeth, I understand your fears, but I'm convinced there has to be a rational explanation for all of this.
It would just hurt you too much to believe me, wouldn't it?
No, but
So difficult to get up in the morning and realize that you're the son of a monster.
I'd rather not have met you.
I'd rather not have been born.
Okay. For fuck's sake, stop giving me this horrible shit. Oh, he just went straight. I didn't even get a choice this time.
My God, Elizabeth, how is this possible?
Welcome to my world, Lil Louie.
Little.
Welcome to my life.
I don't fucking know which one to pick here. If she stays here, I could possibly help. If she tries to escape, I can't do much. But I mightn't be able to do much anyway. Okay, I think she wants to go, and she thinks she's gonna die here, so...
Elizabeth, the whole story stinks of death. If I were you, I'd have left the moment you heard me speak about my mother. I don't know if she knows you're here, but if I had any doubt, I wouldn't take the risk.
Yeah, you're right. I can't stay here another minute. I need to get the hell out of here. I need to find a boat and get away. I'm not dying here.
Oh, I feel so dizzy.
I'm not sure
You
that was
like
the
my
right
little
decision.
concoction, don't you? That's rare.
I hate this drink.
What?
It no longer has any effect on me. But my guests generally don't appreciate me mixing alcohol with laudanum.
Oh, fuck.
What? You put laudanum in my drink?
I knew I was poisoned.
In both. Don't worry, my little Louie. We'll sink down to the bottom together.
Oh man, I feel like puking. I really feel like shit.
You should puke right now, really.
I gotta get back.
Don't worry, Louie. I'm here now. I'll take good care of you, and then I'll leave.
Don't touch me. Just leave. If I get up, I'll fall.
Go for it. He's got the fear. You do it. He didn't get very far. How much fucking laudanum she give me?
Little Louie's tired. Leave everything to me.
Ooh, there's a knife there. Don't appear to be. Oh no. Why'd you turn around too? Don't kill yourself. Don't kill me, and then don't kill yourself either. I should not have had a few drinks, I guess. I resolved the enigma of the Medusa. I discovered Lord Mortimer's room where he hides his treasure. I found out that Emily was hiding something. I persuaded Emily to tell me her secret. I accepted to keep Elizabeth company. Shouldn't have had those drinks. And we didn't find out what happens if you go back with Emily. Okay, so we have 4 points we can use. We could get level 2 occult, or we could get level 2 You get level 2 questioning and level 2 agility. Let's do that. Okay, so that was the end of the first episode. Cool. I was wondering really how long they were, as we played through the first stream, and I was like, how have we not hit the end of the first episode yet? This is going on ages. We weren't too far away. It looks like there's 5 scenarios per episode. That's what I think it is. It's like we had the opening. And 2 was, what do we help Emily against Jacques, or do we leave her to it? And 3 would have been the dinner, not the dinner, the breakfast in the morning. And then 4 was figure out the Gorgon thing, and then 5 was that last section. So, yeah, it sounds, at least in the first chapter, first episode, it seems like there are 5 scenarios that might change, I guess, going forward. Should I skip this? Skip. Huh? Okay, weird. Or 4 scenarios, I guess. So yeah, the prologue. Oh, these are all the different episodes. Okay. This is a weird way to do it, but okay. So there's only 3 scenarios in episode 2. Then 4 in that, 4 in that, and 4 in that.
How many times must I tell you? You must never put your life on the line for me.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
Yeah, we still don't.
Our utmost to find your mother.
We still don't know what's up with her missing hand.
Without your mother,
We're only seeing these in
hundreds of men
flashbacks
of
and
the
stuff.
plot would have gone to the guillotine.
All I can tell you is I'm looking
Drop
for
the
my
audio
sister.
in the game a little bit.
Do you believe your mother capable of torturing a child?
Apparently now.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother.
Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs, and Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. You will find that Lord Mortimer is not what one would call conventional, Monsieur de Richet.
Oh God, it's that horrible
I do
picture again.
apologize for being late. I was obliged to clear up some urgent business.
Is this Lord Mortimer then? Okay. So this is what I was talking about. The books you pick up, you can you read them before a quest or before a mission, and you get a boost to something. We can't equip this because we need more of its points. I think this is the encyclopedias. Yeah, I get 1 to science, linguistics, and erudition if I take this. 1 to logic, 1 to politics. I mean, 3 points. That seems like a no-brainer. And then this one, it's really the question of which one. We are kind of going down the logic route already, so I'm inclined to take this. Okay. January 22nd, 1793.
At last, we
Hide
meet
and
Monsieur de
seek.
Richet. Do you mind if I call you Louis?
Please do.
Thank you. I wish to apologize wholeheartedly, Louis. I made you cross the seas, and I wasn't even here to welcome you.
Correct.
When I asked you to join us here, it was, of course, in the hope that you would help us find your mother. Unfortunately, I am now confronted with another problem, which I would rather have done without. You see, last night, Miss Adams also went missing.
Oh, yeah. That was me. Oops.
And why is that? Can you tell me more?
I have had my people searching for her all over the island. Alas, to no avail. It so happens that both her mental and her physical health are extremely fragile. I'm worried that the same thing happened to her as to your mother.
Don't think so.
I would appreciate it very much if you could tell me what you were doing on the floor in her room in the early hours
It's
of
quite
the
normal.
morning.
I can explain everything.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear it.
I got
You see,
smashed.
Sir Gregory is about to arrive, and he's taken Elizabeth's disappearance very, very seriously. Please reassure him so that we can talk about your mother.
William, I would like to see you a moment before we begin. In private.
Let's step outside a moment. Louis, this will only take a few moments.
Of course. Well, took the servants with him. Is there a parrot here or something speaking? Oh, there is, okay. So, should we go after the letter? I mean, it seems fairly obvious that we should do that. Obviously.
Alright, let's take this chance to look around.
Talk to the parrot? Jesus, closer to witness names, I guess Bonaparte and Hillsborough, and asked what were you doing yesterday evening. Mr. Bonaparte replied, after talking with Lord Morno, I spent the evening playing cards. Mr. Gregory won. When asked, did you know anything strange? Mr. Bonaparte replied, daybreak, I thought I saw someone on the balcony. You could see who it was. What were you doing yesterday evening? I spent the evening with Monsieur de Reisky, who admired the works exhibited in the Manor Gallery. Going to bed, we ran to Miss Adams. I was tired. Did you notice anything? I just replied, nothing. Well, didn't get very far on that. Hey,
Please,
why is this guy
sit
there?
back down, Louis.
This sort of behavior is not working in your favor, young man.
Gregory, Louis told me we needn't be concerned.
Of course. Monsieur de Richet, the situation seems to escape your grasp, so I won't beat about the bush. Did you kill Elizabeth Adams?
Oh.
What? Elizabeth is dead?
No, now let us remain calm. We do not yet know, Gregory, precisely what has happened to our poor Elizabeth.
I beg your pardon? So what are you accusing me of then?
We
Oops.
must remain calm.
Oops,
Gregory.
Greg.
We have found
Jumped
no
the gun,
evidence
did ya?
that would suggest that Elizabeth has been murdered. For the time being, she has only disappeared. Let's stick to the facts, if you please.
Well, where is she then?
What should I know? Question.
Technically, I'm simply incapable of telling you where she might be. And we never talked about her destination. What I can say is that the last time I saw Elizabeth, she was in her room. And she just decided to leave the island.
Gregory, you must admit that just because Louis doesn't know where Elizabeth is, does not prove that something's happened to her.
Damnation, William. This is a fiasco.
Indeed.
Sir,
Where
you
is
don't
your
seem to realize just
security?
how serious this is.
Let's try and remain calm, Gregory. In any case, it would be far better if Elizabeth really has left the island, as Louis says.
What kind of bird is that?
Why do you think she wanted to leave?
She was terrorized by my mother's presence here. Just the thought of coming face to face with her was unbearable.
Did she tell you why?
Yes, she brought the subject up.
I'm sorry, Louis. It couldn't have been easy to hear.
For your sake, I sincerely hope that she got there safely. Monsieur de Richet, I apologize if my words seemed a little abrupt.
If?
I dare not think what would happen if Elizabeth came across your mother on the island. Your generosity may well cost you dearly.
I understand, my lord. I certainly regret it.
You don't need us for any of this. So come along, Monsieur Peru. We are leaving.
Why was he here in the first place? guess he's a judge, I guess.
Right. It's time we spoke about your mother, Louis.
She seems to be making every effort to steer clear of your guests.
What do you mean?
For the past few weeks, my mother's been playing cat and mouse, if you will. I don't know why, but it wouldn't surprise me to learn that she's trying to avoid someone. The question is, who?
And in your opinion, would she be the cat or the mouse?
I think she's the mouse, considering she's missing an arm or a hand.
I'd like to answer the cat, but unfortunately I'm increasingly worried that she's in fact the mouse.
That doesn't make me feel any better, Louis.
Sorry.
What was the official reason why my mother came to your island?
I knew about your mother's activities and yours in the Golden Order. I
That's
thought
so
we
much
had
for the
everything
Secret
together
Order.
by working together.
You mean the canon deal with Monsieur Bonaparte?
Among others, yes. How did you hear about that?
Monsieur Bonaparte came to speak to me about it yesterday, during lunch.
I see. So impetuous. He was supposed to let me speak to you about it first. Our friend Napoleon desperately needed financial backing to properly equip his army. I took it upon myself to back him because I have a firm conviction that he can go far.
We shall see. However,
Must be nice being able
one
to see the
thing that
future.
surprises me.
I help a lieutenant.
Isn't Bonaparte a bit young to deserve so much attention?
Well, you come straight to the point. I like that. Indeed, if you knew just how much you remind me of him. Trust me, I'll wager
that a good
Mr.
thing?
Napoleon will soon prove himself. I'm working on it, at least. Once this deal was closed, I had big plans for Sarah.
Such as what?
You see, I've invited several influential figures on my island to present them with a project at the conference. It will be presented later today. I thought that the Golden Order had a role to play, and I still think so. I was hoping Sarah would be able to join us.
I see.
Indeed, if by chance your mother decided not to return to us before the conference, would you do me the great honor of attending? If only to follow the deliberations while waiting for her to duly take her seat.
Why not?
Sure. I didn't even get a choice, but yes,
Thank
I
you
would have
so
said
much.
yes.
In this way, you'll be able to keep your mother informed of what he said. There's something else I'd like to briefly go over. Earlier, you asked me the official reason for your mother's presence here.
Was there an
Is
unofficial?
there an off-the-record reason why your mother came here?
I don't even know what this is. So
If only my mother had trusted me, but she remained very mysterious. I'd have been delighted to answer your question.
Is this usual for her?
As head of the Order, secrets are her bread and butter, as you can imagine. That said, it's the first time she hasn't let me in on the reason for her trip. And it intrigues me, to tell you the truth.
Well, I'm sure that Sarah will explain everything once she reappears.
out.
There's something I still don't get. In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
Maybe she found something out.
What do you mean?
My mother has a gift for investigating. If she had picked up a lead, nothing would have stopped her.
The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. At the beginning of her stay here, we enjoyed spending time together, solving the world's problems.
Tell me about her disappearance.
Since she disappeared, your mother has been seen once. Her behavior
so she
on the
hasn't
evening of
disappeared.
her arrival greatly surprised Gregory and myself. She resurfaced to attack Emma, Emily Hillsborough's twin sister. And
I was right.
she shot her with a pistol. Then, before Gregory could intervene, She ran off and disappeared again.
I beg your pardon? Hang on. That means my vision on the wharf, it was actually happening inside the manor. Mother shot Emily's sister?
Wasn't the future we were seeing.
She
We were
came
seeing
looking for her.
present
Why
time.
would she do that? Excuse me, but between that and the childhood of Lady Adams, it's all a bit much for me to cope with. I need to piece it all together again to see things more clearly. You said that you spent a lot of time talking together at the beginning. What happened for that to change?
I'm afraid I haven't much to tell you. The more the days went by, the more she withdrew into herself. She never gave me an explanation. Until the day came
She just isn't into
when
you,
she
man.
purely and simply disappeared.
Where did she go when she wanted to be alone?
She would shut herself away in a room we use as a box room upstairs.
Can I see it?
Would you allow me to go there?
Naturally, Louis, of course. I'll send you a servant to open it.
That's
Thank you.
okay. I can open doors by
One
myself.
last thing, although I don't know if there is a connection.
There
I'm
almost
listening.
certainly is a
A
connection.
gate was forced the other night near the wharf. Nothing serious.
That was me.
Small things damaged.
I should fucking just tell him.
Sorry, my lord, but I was searching for leads to my mother. I thought I was hot on her trail and didn't take any precautions.
Well, you could have reported it to a servant.
I could have. It's
But
true.
never mind. I shall put it down to your ardor and anxiety. However, please try to respect my estate in future.
You got
I
it.
certainly will. Please accept my sincerest apologies.
That's all I can tell you about the disappearance of your mother, Louis. I would like to have been more helpful.
Yeah, me too.
I shall stay on her trail.
I mean,
and
I would have
follow
liked
the
for you to have been more helpful also.
We will meet later on to welcome our last guest. In the meantime, I shall get someone to open the box room upstairs for you.
Thank you.
You get me some new clothes too. I've been wearing the same outfit for the last couple
The
of days.
room is just opposite Mortimer's study.
What's it now? Okay, go to the tower room. Things for me to open. No. Okay, map. If I was a tower room, where would I be? Probably the next one up. I'm not sure how you get there.
A devil's thorn, to be used to uncover the best disguised traits.
Okay, walk faster. Walk faster, Louis. Go downstairs. Cannot go downstairs. Okay. So it's either on this floor or it's upstairs. Half circle shaped key. There are like a couple of boxes around the place that have different circle shapes around them, and I'm
So Jacques Perru?
pretty sure these keys are what open them. But I haven't. I have keys and I have seen boxes, but I have not seen keys and boxes with the same shapes.
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
Open this? No. Emily's?
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Okay, this is Manuel Godoy, who hasn't shown up yet. This is my room, I think. Yeah, can I get in? Nope. Not let in my own room. Alright, okay. Piaggi? Piaggi, maybe? I don't know. Don't know how you pronounce his name. Just nobody? No, that's nobody's room, I guess. Here's a box. Can I open it? Like I've done a circle. It's George Washington's room. Not allowed in there. Have I done a circle yet? I feel like I have. I've done a circle. Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Not allowed downstairs. Maybe I'm just not allowed down that stairs?
Monsieur Johann von Wollner.
Oh wait, maybe I haven't gone in a circle yet. Maybe I can go down this staircase. No.
Monsieur Johann von Wollner.
Right, okay. This way? Upstairs? Nope. Okay, it's on this floor somewhere then. Guess it's this door. Am I meant to know that? Okay. I'm in the tower room. Doesn't look very tower to me. This is the room with harps and assorted shit in it.
There are burnt papers in the chimney.
Can I read
There's
any
a
of
legible
it?
fragment left. Hey, I recognize my mother's handwriting.
Oh no, you didn't do a good
Says,
job burning this
"We
shit.
must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is onto us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. So mother had an accomplice here. Who could it be?
Well, she
Who
shot
could she
Emma.
be suspicious of? I must find the
Literally
next
everybody
part.
else.
Faith, sword. I recognize her love of riddles there.
Faith in the man with the sword sounds like a Crusader knight or something. It's probably once again a painting or a statue.
Dante's Paradise.
Raise your head and be reassured.
What was that?
For what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our rays.
Dante's Paradise.
Raise your head and be reassured. For what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our rays.
What was up with the audio?
St. Paul on the road to Damascus by Caravaggio.
Well, that'd do it. St. Paul is well known. That's all of my points.
Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors too. Paul facing an ordeal, the curtains of his illusions being raised, and receives the light from his Savior.
Okay. Could be that one. Let's see what else we can find.
The door appears to be locked on the other side.
How am I gonna open it?
I think I heard something fall to the ground. A metallic sound, like a key falling to the floor. So much for discretion.
It's fine.
It's open.
I could probably have, like, I don't know, slid something under the door to grab the key. Can I get the key now?
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
Here, no. I have the one for Earth.
A drawing of the Apostle Matthew, painted by Guido Reni. He's represented as writing the word of the Lord, transmitted by the Holy Spirit, who appears here in the guise of an angel. The New Testament. This book is incredibly precious. I believe this is the book my mother referred to when calling upon the Lord. volume of the Gutenberg Bible.
I guess. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I guess I'll just come back later.
Yeah. I'm fucking here to read the Bible.
It's St. John, painted by Guido Rini.
Okay, hang on. Consult my notes. She says we must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is onto us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword.
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Rini. It looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are
Commode?
fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust. Painting of Saint Mark from the collection of the apostles by Guido Rini.
He has a thing for apostles by the looks of things. Anybody use the bed? No.
St. Paul painted by Guido Rini. Of the 4 apostles shown in this piece, Paul is the only one who isn't an evangelist. He is the 13th apostle.
What does that mean?
St. Paul is shown holding a sword. Strange. There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. I don't know, what does that mean?
Okay. Who's the 11th apostle?
Then they suborned men, which said, "We have heard him speak blasphemous words against Moses and against God."
Okay. That doesn't help. Anybody know who the 11th apostle is? I had something else I could do with this.
St. Paul on the road to Damascus by Caravaggio.
Myth of St. Paul is well known. I'll use all of my points.
St. Paul is the only saint to be presented twice in these paintings, contrary to the other apostles. How come?
I'd rather not use up all of my points because we don't have many. I mean, I suppose I could use the royal jelly.
St. Paul painted by Guido Rini.
Okay, we could try to use subterfuge, or we could try to use logic. Sum up the information from the painting. So I think it's straightforward enough. He's not an apostle. He is the man with the sword. Trust in my faith, the man with the sword. Should I read Paul in the Gutenberg Bible somewhere? This is of Paul. Corinthians? There's no 11 there. No 11 there.
I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? God forbid, but rather through their fall, salvation is come unto the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy. Oh, wait. A note from Mother is carefully folded between the pages here.
Nice.
What does it say? Dear E, I'm glad you found this note.
Emma?
I was afraid the code of the two
Emily,
groups of
maybe?
pilgrims would mislead you. Pick up the package. You know where.
Great.
Hide it where no one will find it. It's imperative. Awaiting your reply. Hidden behind the youngest apostle. What? The youngest apostle? What does Mother mean by that?
Who's the youngest apostle? Sick. Pick up the patch, the youngest apostle. They did say that they were like somebody was rummaging around here. Maybe she left something.
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Reni. It looks like someone touched this commode recently. Their fingerprints
I
on
thought
the
a
sheets
commode
and
was a
in the
toilet.
dust.
No, that's it. Okay, maybe just. This one's off the wall. Maybe it's this. Doesn't have a beard? Is that the deal?
St. John is the only apostle painted in this gallery who hasn't got a beard. Hey, wait! That means it's him. He's the youngest apostle.
Well, that maybe they just
Right.
shaved.
This painting is therefore associated with the answer which E had to give to my mother. Now, I just need to know how to recover the answer.
Okay.
The painting looks like it's been taken down recently. But wasn't my mother said that she would wait for an answer hidden behind the apostle? Ah, of course. There's something written behind the painting. On the second day, the pilgrims will listen to the prophecy of the young apostle. They shall add 1 companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their rank. What does it mean?
What? One to the left, 3 to the right. Did that get added to my notes? It did not. Maybe it's in this gap? I'm gonna keep
Several
coming back to
portraits
this.
of apostles, all signed by Guido Reni. It looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
Still nothing? No? Damn it. I was hoping 1 to the left and 4 to the right meant it was in the gap there. See? 1 left, 4 to the right. I was thinking it might be under that. But no, that's not the answer. Is there anything else? John? Trying to think if 1 to the left means chapter and verse here as well, but I don't think so. Not seeing it.
I guess I'll just come back later.
Alright, we're gonna have to use our points because I can't think of it.
On the second day, the pilgrims listened to the prophecy of the young apostle. The prophecy of the young apostle. That was John. And the prophecy mentioned is
fuck.
most likely the
It's
book
chapter
of
2 or
Revelations
whatever of
according to
Revelations.
St. John.
There is no chapter 2. I'm just gonna read all of these.
Saying with a loud voice, "Worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power and riches and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and blessing."
That's a lot of stuff. At least they're using the Oxford comma correctly.
And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, "A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine."
Okay, it's not that one. Just gonna brute force this.
And a voice came out of the throne, saying, Praise our God, all ye his servants, and ye that fear him, both small and great.
Well, process of elimination. I guess it's the last one. Not sure what this has to do with 1 and 4. Does it mean verse 14, I guess?
And the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time, and times, and a half a time, from the face of the serpent. Hey, a new note. It's been folded carefully in the corner of this page. The writing, it's not my mother's. S. I found the book in your effects. I've concealed it where no one can get their hands on it. I can assure you, awaiting your instructions, I will hear your reply like he who hears the angel. Hears the angel? What does that mean?
Guy who's talking to an angel.
Oh, it's probably the place where she was expecting to get the location of the next note.
Alright, who was this again?
A drawing of the Apostle Matthew,
Matthew.
painted by Guido Rini. He's represented as writing the word of the Lord, transmitted by the Holy Spirit, who appears
I'm
here
gonna
in
open
the
a can here, so
guise
if you
of
have
an
headphones
angel.
on, careful. Look at the frame, I don't think was an option beforehand.
There's something else behind this painting. It says, half of each group will join the first city of Corinth. What the hell does that mean?
Okay, Corinthians. Alright, Corinthians again. Half. I think that's something to do with Matthew, no? These are halves. It's almost a half. You have another one to the Corinthians? No. 4 and 18, no. 2 and 15, no. 13 and 7, almost. 3 and 8 is also almost.
How shall not the ministration of the Spirit...
We're gonna brute force it again. Not that one, okay.
For you are bought with a price. Therefore, glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's.
Nope. Corinthians 2.
For the Jews require a sign, and the Greeks seek after wisdom. If we have hope in Christ in this life only, we are, of all men, most miserable.
Still no?
Now, therefore, there is utterly a fault among you, because ye go to law with one another. Why do ye not rather suffer injustice? Why do ye not rather suffer yourselves to be defrauded? Ah, look, here's a message.
I don't know. I don't
There's
understand
a
this
fair amount of
puzzle at all.
importance that no one finds it. Watch out for the Prussian. He's on the trail. Let's meet up. I'll leave it to you to organize the rendezvous.
Van
Not
Vogler.
today. I'm unable to do it. In the meantime, I'll follow the first group to Mark, who will reveal the answer to them. And that first group of pilgrims, how many are there now? If I refer to the chapter I'm reading at the moment, 6.
What does that mean? Leave it to you. Follow the first group to Mark. So something something Mark. 6. There's no 6.
And behold,
Shit.
there cometh one of the rulers
I
of
meant
the
to actually
synagogue,
leave the page.
Jairus by name. And when he saw him, he fell at his feet.
Mark.
Then they suborned men, which said, "We have heard him speak blasphemous words against Moses and against God."
Nope. There isn't one for Mark here.
I guess I'll just come back later.
Let's see if we can just find one of Mark. So, that was Matthew. That's John. What's this?
Painting of Saint Mark
Okay,
from
this is
the
Mark.
collection of the Apostles by Guido Reni.
Hang on, let's go. Damn it. Just wanted to look at the painting.
There's nothing worth noticing here.
It's just a drawer. Inspect the dusty piece of furniture. Examine the candlestick. Behind the painting?
It's too cumbersome for me to unhook here, but judging by the dust, it hasn't been moved for months, if not years.
Okay.
No, nothing of value here.
Okay. Dusty piece
There
of
are
furniture.
finger marks, deliberately drawn in the dust. 8 in all.
Okay, so we have a 6 and an 8, and something to do with Mark.
Little characters are engraved on the chest of drawers under the urn. It's a sentence in Hebrew.
Right. Was it addressed to? Maybe? Let's not waste the point. We might still be able to find it. So we have a 6, an 8, Mark, something to do with Hebrew. This doesn't help. It's an 8.
And he became very hungry and would have eaten, but while they were made ready, he fell into a trance. Hey, there's a note here. A message from Mother in reply to E. We must leave
I
urgently.
do not understand this
But
puzzle.
first, I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare. Watch out for Volner. He figured out I was avoiding him. Allay suspicion. See you tomorrow evening. Stand ready. For now, let's cease all communication until we meet. Take care of yourself. I suppose this must be the last message. What happened afterward? If it's what I suspect, I fear the worst. What did Mother mean by, I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare? I must go beyond the nightmare. What does she mean by that?
You think she just meant go to their particular painting?
Clearly, she must be trying to do something useful, but the what? The nightmare. Does that remind me of anything?
Object. Fireplace, maybe?
Probably has to do with an object or something. Granting that this is the case, where might it be found?
Wow, 10. Holy shit. This is a lot of me probably going down the wrong rabbit hole here. I don't know. Great Hall had a bunch of horrible paintings on it. Might be that one.
thought it would have been over there, but something's telling me that it isn't. I better keep searching. Mortimer's getting his guests together. I ought to join them so I don't look suspicious.
Apparently I deciphered the message. Okay, I have a feeling that's wrong. I guess we'll come back to it later. Shit. Alright, you've cleared your name in the eyes of your guests. You searched Lord Mortimer's study. I discovered my mother's message. I did not understand the message. I could have found the conversation, but I didn't understand it, so that sucks. Okay, 4 points. What can we do with 4 points? We can push conviction to the next level. We can push etiquette to the next level. Linguistics. Science. Hey, Michael Dixon, did you kill your mother? No. I don't think so. Pretty sure she's still alive. Occult can go to level 2. Logic can go to level 2. We can push logic to level 2 and erudition. No, we can push erudition to 1. Our mother is hiding somewhere on the island and is deliberately avoiding everybody for some reason that we have not discovered yet. Okay, Sophistria by Robertus Anglicus 1270. Important book on the subtle art of sophism. Thoughts on the French Revolution by Edmund Burke. An analysis of the French Revolution of major importance, perfectly discerning its roots and developments.
It's time I went back and joined everyone in a small salon.
Okay, servant stopping me from going upstairs. Hang on, is it way downstairs? This way? What? Okay, I guess I have to go this way then. You won't let me go upstairs. I have to go down the correct staircase. Doubt. Promise, wasn't me. Can't prove it anyway.
Emily, I must speak to you.
What's the matter, Louis?
Your
I have
sister's
news
dead.
about your sister.
What have you found out?
Look, I've started piecing together the events
She
leading up to
might be
my
dead?
mother's disappearance and your sister's. Did my mother know about your secret?
Yes, even though I belong to the English chapter, her rank in the Order gives her access to a good deal of personal information.
It must have been Emma I saw in my vision. I was given to understand that my mother and your sister bonded during their stay.
Giggity. Don't send her on my mother's trail. Maybe she understands it?
I've got a question that might seem a little bit strange.
I'm listening.
If I said go beyond the nightmare, would that ring any bells?
No, means nothing to me.
Ah, shit.
Do you mean literally or figuratively speaking?
I don't know.
It might be a place, I don't know where, but it's a lead.
You ought to ask His Eminence. He knows the house and its estate very well, being a frequent visitor here.
Thanks for the advice.
I'm sure the owner of the house knows the house pretty well, no?
Should I speak to her about my vision? If what I saw is true, she might want to take revenge.
She'll probably also go, what the fuck are you talking about? She should probably know her sister's dead. Or not, well, she might not be dead. She's been shot, at least.
Emily, there's something else.
This is a mistake.
Go on then.
It's about your sister. I don't know what happened exactly, but it's possible that my mother had a go at her.
Nice.
I know, Louis. I found out that same evening. Well, thanks for not trying to hide it.
What? Why didn't you tell
Didn't
me?
you tell me?
I didn't know if I could trust you. Now I know I can. It seems that your mother
okay, I think
tricked
that was the
Emma.
right-
She apparently
Just-
asked her to hide an important book so that even she wouldn't know where it was. And then she shot her like a dog to make sure no one would ever find it again.
How did you find out?
Sir Gregory told me on my arrival.
I'm sincerely sorry, Emily.
Thank you, Louis. But you do realize your mother will have to accept the consequences of her acts.
She's done some horrible
There
shit,
must
it
be an
turns out.
explanation, Emily.
That's what we shall see. Come, Louis. They're waiting for us.
I don't think they are. They're having a pretty considerable argument there. Something about a panty waist. Not sure I
You will
want to go
pay
in here.
dearly, Peru. I'm sure you were involved somewhere along the line.
That's right. Pretend you don't know. One piece of advice. Don't travel through France on your way back, or it'll cost you dearly.
Calm now, my friends. Let's calm down. Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated.
Gregory,
Don't
you
forget
really
where
need
are,
to
please.
fix
What's
your
going
makeup.
on here exactly?
Sir Gregory called us together to introduce the last guest.
But hardly had we arrived when he set upon Monsieur Peru.
Quoi?
And what has Mr. Peru done to once again provoke someone's anger?
We don't really know just yet.
I get the feeling it won't be long before it gets out.
Show us the teeth.
How could you dare do such a thing? Dios mío, you are all out of your mind.
That is a face.
Manuel, what made you kick up such a fuss?
What?
What's with vacuum blackface?
Well,
I know, right?
Let me inform you that yesterday morning at 10:22 a.m. precisely, in the middle of the Place de la Révolution in Paris, by decree of the National Convention which Monsieur Peru works for, King Louis was guillotined. What?
Nice.
King of France is dead, gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
Our monarchies are in danger.
Get him.
I have said it before. How dare they?
Oh dear.
Oh no, how terrible. My. Napoleon's like, yeah, nice.
Don't pretend to be surprised. He got a fair trial.
Ridiculous. Bastard. He was sentenced to death by 361 votes to 360. You beheaded a king
Majority.
for one vote. Is that your democracy?
Yes.
What an obnoxious act. Until this, anything was possible. This political coup will have grave consequences.
France is lost.
Gentlemen, please, let us take a step back a moment.
In the name of holiness, he was the highest representative of God in France, Emily.
What about the cardinal? This will cost me 0, so let's go with that.
Gentlemen, Duchess, we're all among people of reputable company here.
Except
We
me.
should be able to manage the conflicts of our nations in a respectful and orderly manner.
I fully agree with you, sir.
But
That's enough, sir.
with whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Louis Maras de Richet.
Are you related to Sarah de Richet?
Fuck, everybody knows her.
Sarah is his mother, Duke. Gentlemen, this news affects us all, but I must ask you to remain calm. It's not the first time history has taken us by surprise. Let's ensure that our respective countries are allowed to respond appropriately to this news.
Oh, rest assured. The response will not fall short, my friend.
Good for you. Well, Your Grace, here I was preparing to introduce
He's
you
got-
as his
he's got
brother,
strong- I
and
really
you've
don't
beaten
care.
me to it. I'm delighted that we are all together at last. Our meeting will therefore be able to kick off shortly. I have just a few more little preparations to take care of before you all find out the reason for your presence here. In the meantime, I shall leave you to get to know one another.
That's okay.
When you hear
I
the
have other
bell,
things to figure
please
out.
proceed to the conclave room on my left, behind that door. I'll see you later.
Gotta set up his PowerPoint slides, I guess. What was the stare down for?
Could you spare a moment, please, sir?
Absolutely
Glad you
not.
ask. I want to talk to you too.
I actually
Of course.
don't, really. Shit.
I heard about your mother's disappearance.
Oh, wow, you get no blunders whatsoever.
Why, but I doubt it's from sympathy alone. Well, let's see what he wants from me.
Any news of her? Have you found her, maybe?
Hear you speak, it sounds like you and my mother were close.
Let's say I hold your mother in high esteem, yes. We were even planning to work together.
That's what he was getting at.
Did she tell you about our arrangement?
The cat's out of the bag now. More or less, but please do refresh my memory.
Yes, of course. Nothing of great importance in
Zizi?
itself. During one of our discussions, she spoke of an old book which might have been of interest to me, and she had agreed to let me have it.
A book about what?
Ancient occultism. As you are aware, I am a doctor of theology.
Of course.
You
I
might
knew
have
that.
come across some old books in her belongings, perhaps?
I guess I'll keep using my skills. They seem to be working. I don't like this prompt, though.
The least one can say is that he doesn't beat around the bush. Sarah never travels without a few books. What does the one you're looking for look like exactly?
It resembles a grimoire.
Helpful.
It's
That's just
divided
a book.
into 7 parts, each one individually locked. It was made in such a way that if someone tried to tamper with it, the sheets would be permanently tarnished. It's a unique copy. There's only one.
The mere mention of it makes his face light up. Well, I'll take a closer look, but I can't promise you anything. You seem very upset. Is it so important to you, this book?
Well, it's the search of a lifetime. What can I say? Every time I move closer to it, it seems to slip away at the last minute. I was very surprised to learn that your mother had it in her possession. I thought it was with a certain von Borchet in Paris. Do you know him?
Yes. This is gonna cost me.
Indeed. One of your close friends?
No, not really, but we were close once. Precisely over the case
He's
that
also,
concerns
he's
us
also
now,
fucking your mother.
because
I think
he
everybody
claimed
here
to
is.
have the book I'm looking for.
Another dishonest person. What can you say? Can't trust anyone these days, huh?
No, you can't.
Especially
I hope
me.
I've been able to satisfy your curiosity, Mr. Von Volner, and that you succeed in finding what you're looking for.
Oh, and so do I.
And now, what if you told me who you really are working for, instead of keeping up this pretense?
I beg your pardon?
We both
Wow.
know what you're looking for, Von Volner. You're the one who Von Burchert was planning to sell it to.
For centuries, all those who have come into contact with the Al-Azif have bitterly regretted it, Monsieur de Richet. You are playing a dangerous game. Please know that I am working for someone who does not appreciate anyone poking around in his business.
Is.
Let me guess.
Highly unlikely it's the king.
Lord Mortimer.
Oh, you are way off the mark.
Shit.
There's nothing more for us to say. Bye.
I have a feeling that all of those prompts were wrong. That's my guess. Okay, we could play chess with Napoleon. No thanks. Almost certainly get annihilated. Just jump directly into the fire. We can do that too. Find out more clues about your mother's dotes. I don't think I have too many other choices. I think it's that or I might have to play chess with Napoleon. I would really rather not do that.
Chronicles of the Amber Princess. As I recall, Dorkin was my favorite character.
Okay. Never heard of that. I assume this is locked. It's not even locked. You literally can't. Oh, hang on. Okay. I can't go that way. Can we get out of here without having to talk to him? Yeah, okay, good. Okay. So this is where I thought it was. Because, oh shit, I didn't mean to look directly at it. But yeah, there's some horrible paintings in here. I figured that was the nightmare they're talking about. Starting to think that's probably not the case now. Cool map. My house is here. Can't quite see. Right. There's Washington. Maybe he knows something actually. Pick this book up. Okay. What's up, George?
Go beyond the nightmare. Does this line remind you of anything in particular?
You've caught me unaware here, Louis. Let me think about it a second. No, nothing comes to mind.
Wow, he really did mean a
Sorry,
second.
Louis, but I am unable to help you.
Ireland is looking thick. Yep.
Well, thank you for your time.
Don't mention it, my young friend. Regarding your question on the nightmare, don't hesitate to question the others about it. Maybe one of them knows more than I do.
That's a good idea.
It's a bad idea.
Thank you once again.
I'm not doing that.
I'll see you in a little bit.
I will brute force my way through this puzzle. It worked on every other puzzle, it will work on this one. Can I get in here? Okay, I can't. Can I go back upstairs? Shit, I can go everywhere. Okay, where's the map? This takes me into the kitchen. Not the kitchen, the dining room. This is the conference area where we're not allowed yet. Can I leave? Dining hall, library, portrait gallery. There's a door back here. Don't know where that is. We haven't been into the basement really. This is the wharf. Various bedrooms. Move around the portrait gallery maybe? Or try to find Piaggi, I guess. Emily did suggest we talk to him. Ah, here it is. And a picture of a decapitated pig. Okay. What's up, Piaggi?
Ah, Louis. Just the man. Good Lord. How did the king come to be executed?
Guillotine.
I would think that the order would have intervened.
Well, we're stuck here right now. What do you want me to do? The king made things worse all by himself.
Your Eminence, I'm sorry for King Louis, but he did everything to put himself there.
Louis.
Oh.
How can you say such a
He's
thing?
immune to logic,
Even
is he?
France rejects the church. You don't go and behead a person of high status.
Why not?
They always serve our cause better alive than dead.
He's immune to
Politically,
logic. Good to know.
It's absurd.
I invite you to speak about it with my mother as soon as she reappears.
Is there any news of her?
Well, I hope it won't be long before I find her, Your Eminence.
Now you wanted to speak to me.
Yeah, the nightmare
If
thing.
I say the nightmare to you, does it make you think of anything?
Your question is strange, my son.
I'm not your son.
To say.
Well, I mean, I could be his
Could
son.
you at least tell me a little more about
His
the
religious
context?
logic has no meaning to him, potentially.
Think of a place and tell me the first thing that comes into your mind when I say the nightmare.
Oh, he's vulnerable to being manipulated. Of course he is, I suppose.
I'd say Lord Mortimer's favorite painting on the wall behind his desk. You know, that painting caused quite a stir when it was exhibited. It is titled The Nightmare, and it shows a woman lying down with a creature sitting on her, and in the background, a horse.
Nice.
I don't know if it will be of any help, but I can't think of anything else.
You never know. Thank you for that, though, Your Eminence. I gotta go and see it just in case, though.
All right.
Thank you for everything, Your Eminence.
Good luck, Piaggi.
I shan't take up any more of your time.
I shan't
You
take
are
up
welcome,
any more.
my son. I will be seeing you, Louis.
See, I can't tell if he's doing the my son because he's, you know, a priest, or my son because he's banged my mom and I might actually be his son. It's hard to tell. Alright. Mortimer's study. We should probably eat some royal jelly. We're a bit low. I suppose royal jelly has been restocked. It's 3 circles. We only have a half circle key at the moment. How the fuck do I get to his study is a better question. Tower room. That's my room. Is that his room? No. Emily's. Not Emily's. Elizabeth. Where was his room? Oh, it's up this stairs, I think. Yes. Okay, that means we have to go upstairs. I get. What's up, Piaggi? Well, those mean we need to try to get past the servant that's waiting there, I think. Do you think the servants are vulnerable to absolutely everything, though? Hello? Oh, this way.
Decorum guide.
Rules of civility and decent behavior. Ah, he's gone. You fools. There's no stopping me now.
So, what did my mother mean by going beyond the nightmare?
Mortimer, why do you just have a... Jesus. Why do you just have an abyss in your office? Can I read this? Sanctus Longinus okay. Spear of Longinus. Fancy book?
The Book of the Mortimer family.
Okay. Probably have to come back for that later. A box there and a thing. Give me this. I'm full on Devil's Thorn. Well, let's eat some Devil's Thorn then. Not a lot of use that'll be to us, but whatever. You better not give me away, parrot.
The Coup de Lance by Paul Rubens.
Okay, he's got a thing for the spear. It's a parrot. It's not a parrot, but whatever. Steal some books. And give him some fruit. snoop his desk for a bit. I think I've read all of this. Take this pot. Okay, so here's the nightmare. Thing sitting on your one's chest. This was meant to be the first depiction of night terrors and stuff like that.
The nightmare painted by Fuseli in 1781. Ah, this must be what my mother was talking about. Now just need to find out what she meant by go beyond. Hey, looks like it's mounted on rails on each side. It should lift up, I think. There must be a mechanism somewhere.
He has a pop out? He has a pop out painting. Okay, so find a mechanism. This is an interesting painting. Giant ass. I just picked this book up at random.
This book can help me.
Why did you pick it up at random then? Why did you just randomly pick up a book? Full of this now. Alright, let's have a chat with the bird. Maybe you know something. Speak to me.
A mina bird.
Pretty boy Waldo. Okay, its name is Waldo. Maybe we can feed it. What did he give it? He didn't give it this. He gave it... this.
That's what you generally feed birds.
I knew that. What a waste.
Might come in handy.
Alright, feed the bird. And then maybe... tell us something? I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna work.
Bird.
Here.
Sarah Deriche? Waldo, you know Sarah? What? Repeat that, Waldo. Sarah? What about Sarah? Good God, what's been happening here? Well, Waldo, is your master good? I don't really know what I was expecting.
Okay, I'm not sure that told us anything, but whatever. Okay, we've got this thing. Look very suspicious.
No, what have we got here? Well, it looks like a model of a lock. It's as if Mortimer is fond of complicating things sometimes.
What's that?
Well, I hope I never have to try and unlock it.
Oh, how do you not accidentally hit that every 2 seconds?
Aha! I found it. Oh, what on earth is this? A ring lock now? Great. That's all I needed.
A giant combination lock.
Looks like there's a marker on number 1 on the second roller.
Okay. Second row, there's a 1. After that, I really don't know. Let's have a little look around, I guess. You're Mr. Guido Paletti. I'm writing with regard to the dates of the paintings that I sent to you for your temporary exhibition. Please note that they are part of my private collection and are dated according to the Freemasons calendar in use at the time. As you may have well guessed, you must remember to subtract 4,000 years if you don't want the public to be surprised at the dating of the works. No need to remind you that the Freemason year begins in March, not January. Why? About the Longinus painting, I took the liberty to have the spear touched up so it better corresponds to the actual spear. I cannot urge you strongly enough to do the same for yours. Sincerely, Marquis of Westfordshire. Okay, so he uses the Freemason calendar, and the start of the year is March and not January. Helpful. Counts for the year. Food, candles, dress stone, Corinthian marble, wood, stained glass. 280,000 pounds of paintings. Fucking hell. Fabric, wine, water, powder. He has more paintings than he has water. Remember to reduce wood consumption next year. That's not... It's like that meme of, you know, my budget for water, like food, rent, and then scented candles is like ridiculously high. Somebody help me budget.
This painting isn't finished. It looks like Mortimer probably did it. Not bad, but you can't exactly say it's been done in the style of the period.
Oh, this is very Attack on Titan, Assault on Titan, whatever the fuck it's called. Okay, pick up this random book again and look at it.
History of the First Crusades by Pierre Amédée de la Sarre.
Yeah, we can read it now for some reason.
The dates indicate AL, and it looks like 4,000 years have been added to our calendar. Oh, that counting system again. The Crusades took place not long after the year 1000. Here all the dates say 5,000 and something. I'm guessing this dating system begins 4,000 years before the calendar that we use. Yet, I'm getting the feeling that there's something else, another small detail, but what is it?
Okay, so the second number is a 1. So it's gonna be this or this.
Or how Louis VII, King of France, eager to be pardoned for the death of thousands of innocent people in the fire of the Church of Vitry, convinces the Pope to authorize him to lead his own crusade. The result, in Germany, a new outburst of violence against the Jewish community, and a monumental fiasco by poor Louis VII, cuckolded by his wife's uncle.
Cuck.
The famous call from Pope Gregory VIII in his Audita Tremendi bull of 5,187. Oh, the crusade where Richard the Lionhearted distinguished himself. It states the first sea blockade of Saint-Jean d'Acre was broken in the 12th month of 5,190 AL, whereas the siege had been going on for 2 years.
Okay, so the 12th month would be February rather than December.
Hey, there are 2 dates on this painting. 1154 AD and 5,154 AL.
Okay. Which number do we think it is?
A painting depicting the Third Crusade. It's titled Winter Before the Fall of Saint-Jean d'Acre. I get the impression I've seen that before. In fact, I've read something on the Crusades before in the study. He clearly loves the subject.
Okay, so it's probably the Crusades. But when exactly?
William Alexander Mortimer I, the 12th month of Anno Lucis, 5,190. That's a funny date.
Okay, and there's the family book here. Family tree, maybe?
Oh, the family tree.
William the First.
The first William Alexander Mortimer. He was born in 1131 and
5131.
distinguished himself during the Third Crusade, during which he rubbed shoulders with Richard the Lionheart. He showed outstanding bravery during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
That's that one
He
again.
died in 1211 in the country of Westford at the age of 80. What longevity. Nice. Nothing is mentioned about his wife.
It's because it's all the same guy. He doesn't age, he's immortal or something. I'm sure that'll end up being the twist. Okay, so it's probably like Jeanne d'Arc 514 or something. What's the date on this?
Hey, there are two dates on this painting. 1154 AD and 5154 AL.
Let's try that.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
They wouldn't give you the weird date, right? If we need to convert, alright, we're gonna go with this one, right?
William Alexander Mortimer I, the 12th month of Anna Lucis, 5190.
Okay.
It's a funny date.
February 500. No, 12th month. 5190 would mean February 5190. Which would mean 1190. You'd have to go back a year. Because the 12th month would have been December of the year previously. So it's either 1190 or 1189 or 1191, I guess. We'll try 1190. Or no, we'll try 1189.
Still not working.
Okay, try 1190.
I get the impression I counted the wrong way. It must be 1 year more then, right?
Aha!
Open sesame.
How is he not going to see I've done this? I don't know. Well, that's one way, I guess.
Let's see what you've been hiding, Lord Murderer.
He's been hiding an entire secret room. Anyway. Dear Lord Morty, I'm writing to ask you to persuade President Washington not to sign the Fugitive Slave Act as it stands, for fuck's sake. You must absolutely legislate on a national level and not allow every state to choose their policy regarding slaves. It was initially intended to resolve a conflict between Pennsylvania and Virginia. By signing it, we risk legislating the hunting of. Say, more and more men of little faith are becoming slave hunters, and unable to find any slaves on the run, they kidnap the first they come across, which they pass off as the wanted runaway. Because they all look the same, I guess. Fuck's sake. The situation threatens to quickly degenerate. Thank you in advance. You know what? He's not wrong. Probably should have been like a federally mandated thing. John Adams. Please say hi to my sister, not my sister, my daughter, who has, I just told her to run away. It's fine. Hope this letter will reach you. My hours are numbered. My printing house has been confiscated and I am imprisoned in the fortress of Schlesselberg. If by chance you could intervene in my favor, I would be eternally in your debt. Tsarina Catherine should not be long in banning all Golden Order lodges from her territory. Our horizon has become considerably darker. Nikolai Novikov. Feeling I should probably know who that is, but I don't. Where's this? Mer de Lind. No. Mer des Indies, Indian Ocean.
It shows the forces present in Africa. This is unexpected activity in this sector. It looks like there are also many unknowns, even for Mortimer. Weakness of the Human Psyche by Guillaume Trimore. He says, it is possible to drill an idea into someone by constant daily repetition until the mind gives in.
That's gaslighting,
And
yeah.
goes on, there are hundreds of good ways to live life, but you only need one to convince the masses that it's the only one possible.
That's
The author
capitalism.
isn't letting any ethical principles get in his way, is he?
The gift has been delivered. Timur Shah Durrani, King of Afghanistan, of Punjab, of Sindh, of Mashhad, and of Kashmir, should not retain his title much longer. His son, Zaman, will succeed him as planned. He will then be able to resume negotiations. Okay. South America?
This shows the forces present in America.
I'm too dumb to analyze the political situation, I think. My dear friend, with thanks for your services rendered and help in the fight against the Spanish and the conquest of Oran, don't know where that is, a ship bound for Marseille in France has been chartered. Hidden aboard are a few corpses infected with the plague that is decimating our country at this moment in time. Great, thanks. Very careful when handling these boxes, because if inadvertently opened, you risk spreading the disease all over France. Oops, you fucking did that. Watch my Plague Tale playthrough for that one. My dear friend, as desired, I've been able to gather together my friends to sign the agreement you propose. This agreement shall be known as the Buttonwood Agreement. No, change the name. If you recall the place where we gathered when you met us for the first time, you will understand why this name was given. Please find and close the list of my colleagues: Leonard Bleecker, Hugh Smith, Armstrong and Barnwell, Samuel March, Andrew Barclay, Benjamin Sykes, maybe? John Henry, John Bush, David Reddy. Thanks to your help, we shall soon be able to meet at my place, the Tontine Coffee House. I look forward to seeing you as soon as possible. Huge Smith. Dearest Lord Mortimer, as a friend of China, rest assured that you will be rewarded for your information. You need not worry about any scheming against us from Great Britain. Their representative, Mr. McCartney, will leave with no hope of any arrangements involving us, your friend, John Long, Emperor of the Qing Dynasty. Asia, presumably? No, this is Europe.
It shows the forces present in Europe. It's clear that France is surrounded by her enemies.
Stop making so many enemies then.
A large number has been underlined in bold. 26 million. I know what it is. It's an estimation of my country's population. All our neighbors have far fewer inhabitants.
Why would that be important? For refugees, maybe? My dear friend, thank you for your words, and I do understand your situation. I regret having to confront you militarily. But if the situation obliges me to declare war, then do what you think fit. Under your advisement, and with a weary heart, I am off to meet up with the coalition that opposes you. The hope of serving you again, George, King of Hanover, King of the... And Ireland, fuck you! Still stings. William, whatever your projects, it would seem that our father is against leaving you with a grip on Europe. Russia will soon commit itself to the coalition against your dear France. Don't think you can resist for long. I beseech you, William, not to persist. You are tearing our family apart. Your loving brother, G. Yes, I shall come to your conference, but do you think that holding it at the present moment is conductive? G for Gregory? Or are they brothers? There's another thing. That's an exit, though. We don't want to leave. Starting again. Drunk now. Anyway, Sir, your plans to intervene in Belgium are to go ahead as set down. I am talking by the Prussian army. Your delivery of cannons in Valmy has ensured our victory. As agreed, I have notified the King of Prussia the invasion plans of Custine and the Army of the North. I will keep the Austrians out of Belgium. Keep Austrians out of Belgium. I am to quickly return to Paris, as I sense the fate of our King Louis is about to be decided dishonorably, and it is impossible for me not to intervene. Well, good luck with that. Should you have any missives to give to me, I invite you to go by, as per usual, our friend Monsieur Peru. Sincerely yours, Charles Francois de Maurice, maybe, General of the Army of the North. Australia.
A fine-looking map of the Orient, indeed.
You can't say that. My dearest Lord Mortimer, I regret to inform me that it will soon be impossible to ignore pressure from the Russians. The Tsarina Catherine has every intention of supporting the court of Provence, and will recognize him as the regent of the Kingdom of France, once King Louis has disappeared from the political stage. I am sorry to announce bad news, but expect dark times ahead. Elfriede the Bauer. Map. Tell us anything. That's a weird map. Hang on. Europe looks so weird. Looking at it in a weird direction. Stabbed something. Before I look at that, because that seems important. Let's see if you have the courage to face me alone.
This is my mother's writing. I've picked up her trail.
Shit. I didn't want to read this yet. I wanted to read the rest of the stuff.
What is she up to? Obviously, she wants to lure Mortimer somewhere, but where? The only clue she's left for Mortimer is his stone sword. It must be intentional.
Well, presumably wherever she's decided to stab.
A decorative sword, like from a statue, for example. And judging by the state of it, I'm guessing it's been left outside for a long time. I have absolutely got to find out where it came from.
Really? I just took the sword? Where am I storing said sword? My ass, I guess. Right, before we do that, there's a lot of stuff to click on in here. Okay. Microscope.
Am I seeing things, or is that an actual von Leeuwenhoek microscope?
Yes.
Incredible. Mortimer really is at the cutting edge of science. Even at the Order, it took us ages to get one of those.
It's immune to science. Okay. Key with an occult fire symbol. Dear Lord Mortimer, be assured of my entire devotion. As agreed, the Vendée peasantry will soon rise up. My network is striving to increase the pressure on the masses. The decision of the Assembly, which consists of voting the civil constitution of the clergy, is inflaming the region. People overwhelmingly reject the priests and swear loyalty to the state. I mean, you know, you were doing well in the first part. The second part, not so great. If you could ensure that the convention will administer the final blow to the people, the issue will be resolved. Without wishing to direct you, forced recruitment for a faraway conflict will be a perfect way to arouse the people. Definitively, your devoted servant, Francois Athanase Charret de la Contrie. Almost certainly butchered the shit out of that. Hey, Spongaloid, give the stone sword to the imp statue, exactly. We'll take away the ash curtain. I use that.
That must be for writing the homing pigeon messages.
Yes, homing pigeon messages. I see no homing pigeons nearby, but surely they must be somewhere.
3 rusty old nails. They're about 20 centimeters long.
Coffin nails?
Some goat skulls, chicken legs. Now we all know what that's for.
Do we?
I'm a little surprised at Mortimer.
Voodoo?
I didn't seem as the type to be organizing little pagan parties, invoking occult powers, and dancing naked under the full moon. I'm more used to seeing cheap charms like this sold by charlatans in Pré Saint-Gervais. Look, a pack of tarot cards. Has he been reading the cards? Mortimer? That would surprise me. It is a typical draw on a line that answers a specific question. To the left, temperance. That announces a reward for one who patiently waits before taking any action. And in the middle, the chariot, which symbolizes triumph and business success. To the right, the Emperor evokes a future full of power and stability.
So don't do anything and everything will be fine. Yes, that's what it sounds like. Lord Mortimer, the tiger is dying. On your demand, I have attacked Travancore and personally cut the throats of as many Englishmen as possible though without help from the French. Cannot hold them off much longer. My forces are rapidly diminishing in spite of your new rockets. Help us, Tipu Sahib, Sultan of Mysore? Where is that?
Preservation using formaldehyde.
Gross.
Just as disgusting as ever.
Steal this book.
Something strange about this table.
Use it to kill all the world leaders in history and rewrite history. I like the Sultan. Something strange about this table. It's like the instruments. Examine the equipment.
The little surgeon's perfect collection.
So what's strange about it? They use it on people? Is that what's strange about it?
What kind of experiments does Mortimer carry out here? It's a dissection table. So Mortimer does autopsies. Here on his desert island. But who is he doing autopsies on then?
That just seems fairly obvious, really. We already knew that. A mysterious cube. I love mysterious cubes.
Looks like obsidian or onyx. Must weigh a ton.
Don't know enough. Don't have enough linguistics.
These are feathers. Pigeon, probably.
Hello, Bonesy.
A skeleton by the name of Gustav, if the plaque on the plinth is anything to go by. Mortimer's given a name to his anatomy skeleton. That's morbid.
How do you know it's an anatomy skeleton, not
His right hand is missing.
actual skeleton? Sarah, her mother, is missing her left hand. Mortimer has agreed. I have changed your old lock for one of my invention, drawing inspiration from your doctor friend, Mr. Guillotine. Here is the model of your new lock, if you appreciate my prototype. It's difficult to imagine how it all fits together, but it will be located in the middle of the present door, the aim being to alter nothing of the door's functionality, but to add a bit of spice. Depending on the lineup of the wheels, the aforementioned lock will open, or will punish the snooper whose faith is not strong enough. Well, it didn't punish me. Call my invention the judgment of faith, because if a snooper is unable to resist opening it, they will be punished. I hope you'll appreciate the irony of the situation. Gustave Montran, Master Architect. Dr. Guillotine, who invented the guillotine, and I believe was then killed by the guillotine. Dear friend, who is the most admirable of all the Olympians? Zagreus. None other than the king of the gods, of course. No, he was a dickhead. Unlike his father Kronos, he learned to make equal use of his strength and wisdom. Instead of fearing the power of his children and brothers, he accepted to share the world with them. No, he didn't. He threw Hades down into the underworld. Men fear his thunder and praise his justice. He reigns but doesn't dominate. Okay.
An iron mask.
The man in?
I wonder who it's for.
Subtle. And there's the picture of the first dissection, I think. Oh, sorry. Not the picture of the first dissection. I think it is the first appearance. Did I read this already? Yes. Okay. Anything left? Fran, our plans are going ahead wonderfully well. Our plans are going ahead wonderfully well. Coinage Act has been voted. Your project of founding the very first Bank of America should not be delayed and will probably be called Union Bank. As for the construction of the White House, it is still die to begin in October. It is what? The fuck does that sentence mean? It is still die to begin in October. I will accept no delays. You can trust me on this. Tommy Jeff, Secretary of State. Got a royal jelly.
A table of alchemical elements. So, Lord Mortimer also studies alchemy? It seems like he's interested in everything.
Or he just has the long life to be interested in everything. And, money and such. Still die to begin in October means bad QA. Probably, yeah.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of fire.
Okay. That's a lot of points to waste. Key with an occult water symbol. Oh, great. It's got a different key and some coins. And even more coins. So many coins that I can't do anything with. I looked at all that. I looked at that. Alright, time to get the hell out of here then.
It's locked.
The real question is, how the shit do we get out of here?
Oh shit. How am I gonna get out of here now?
That's exactly what I was thinking, Louis. Find a way out. Well, there's a ladder there that goes nowhere. So probably not that. Is it still locked? Can I do anything with it yet? No. Okay. Maybe if I spin this in a certain way, it'll reveal a passage. Where does this ladder go? Nowhere. Get out through the fireplace. There's a secret exit.
Weakness of the Human Psyche
Oh,
by Guillaume Trimore.
Oh,
He says,
stop talking.
it is possible to drill an idea into
Shut up.
someone by constant daily repetition
Can't make him shut
until
up.
the mind gives in. And goes on, there are hundreds of good ways to live life, but you only need one to convince the masses that it's the only one possible.
Do I have to find a new
The author isn't
solution?
letting any ethical principles get in his way, is he?
Do I have to find a new solution, or is it the same one and I just have to remember it? Then is it in reverse? Because your man did say it was a fucking guillotine on it, right? Check if the fire is still hot. I think it is. Well, fuck. I hope I don't get guillotined. Alright, the code was 1191. But I'm wondering if it is reversed now, because that's the way we were looking at it on the opposite side, so we would need to do... We would need to know what's on the opposite side of a 1 on a tumble lock. How many sides are on a tumble lock? It's 0 to 9, so there's 10 sides. So the opposing side would be the number plus 5. If you wrap it around. So 1 plus 5 is 6. So 6 would be the opposing number. Right? I know that looks like a 9, but it's 6. It's just upside down. I hope that's right. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So 1 on the 9 would be 9 plus 5, which would be 14. Minus 10, which would be 4. Well, I guess we'll find out.
This looks like the same mechanism as the one on the other side. same as the one on the other side.
Sick. I am the smartest man alive. Sure, I'm glad that came back down.
Well, I better not dwell on it then.
Alright, find out the origin of the sword left by your mother, so it is outside somewhere. We know that. Just not entirely sure where. Okay, I met Manuel Godoy, I got some information of Von Wöllner, I found the nightmare that my mother mentioned, I got to know Waldo, I found a way of getting into the secret study, I got out of Mortimer's secret study without any trouble, I could have met Peru under strange circumstances. By failing it, maybe? Nailed it. Thanks, Mongoloid. That's either probably sat down to talk to Napoleon, maybe he showed up there, or fucking up the puzzle. Might have done it. Alright, we have 4 points again. What can we push? Can we get to the next level? Okay, we can get quite a few of these ones up. So we could get subterfuge to level 2, we could get science to level 2, we could get occultism to level 2, we could get manipulation to level 2. We can get conviction to level 2. Or we could get politics to level 1, and diversion to level 1, and linguistics to level 1. I think having them at level 1 at all means it at least opens the option to us. It still makes it very expensive, but I think it still opens the option. You can also push etiquette up. I think politics, because it's come up a couple of times. So I think we'll do politics. Then linguistics has also come up once or twice. I think etiquette is all that important. It doesn't come up too often. Yeah, let's go with linguistics. Okay, moving into the next level, we can now equip 3 books. We only have 3 books, so that works. Rules of Civility and Decent Behavior by Leonard Perrin. A treatise on good manners intended for the Jesuit College of La Flèche. Flèche? Get a point in etiquette either way. De Humani Corporis Fabrica. Andreas Vesalius? Don't know. Seminal book, absolute reference on human anatomy. Nice. Shows. Let's flick to the page on the penis. Leviathan by Thomas Hobbes. The matter, form, and power of a commonwealth, ecclesiastical and civil, is a classic of political philosophy, dealing with the theory of the social contract. I don't want to read that. That sentence almost put me to sleep, but it's the only other one we can equip, so let's go with
it.
Right.
This note is about a meeting with Lord Mortimer. There's no doubt about it.
Absolutely nobody knew.
I need to find out where
missing.
the sword that came with it's from in order to find Mother.
Okay. I think I am, however, going to call it here for today. So, guess we've met everybody at this point. We didn't read anything about Godoy, so let's read his thing. Manuel Godoy, Secretary of State and head of the Spanish government. Favorite of King Charles IV of Spain, Godoy rapidly climbed political ranks, lover of Queen Marie-Louise Bourbon of Parma. He attracted the envy of Spanish princes. As Secretary of State, he developed and strengthened the Spanish colonial empire, especially in the Americas. A close friend of Louis XVI, King of France, he worked hard for the king's liberation, but in vain. This served to fuel his resentment of the Republican government of France. Invited by Sir Gregory Home, Godoy arrived at Lord Mortimer's manor with the firm intention of calming the expansionist desires of the United States of America on their continent. Well, doesn't quite go the way he wanted to. and Big Willie Mortimer. Lord William Alexander Mortimer, Marquis of Westfordshire and Peer of Great Britain, is an extremely rich English aristocrat, as discreet as he is influential. An investor of talent, Mortimer's success in business was masterful. He finished by withdrawing from the public arena and isolating himself more and more often on his private island. A major patron of the arts, he finances a large number of artists in diverse fields and takes great pleasure in bringing together unexpected personalities. He does the same with the greats of this world, men of influence and men of state of the time. He regularly organizes social gatherings on his private island off the coast of England. So he's a meddling, rich shithead, by the sounds of things. Anyway, I am going to leave it there for today. Tomorrow, Bayonetta won the coin flip, so we'll be playing Bayonetta. Probably we'll finish it, because I think we're pretty close to the end as it is, so we'll probably finish Bayonetta tomorrow. Friday, we'll be playing Cult of the Lamb for a bit. It's the latest kind of town management and a bit of Binding of Isaac that kind of smushed them together, and see how that goes. It's been getting a lot of good press and reviews. People seem to like it, so I guess we will see. We'll play that on Friday. Saturday, continuing Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I'm not entirely sure what's going on in the story right now. We are chasing down other robot waifus for our friend, pretty much. And Sunday, weekly news recap, where we'll talk about any games that have been announced or delayed, as the case may be lately. A lot of games are getting delayed. Any new announcements, any new industry bullshit and that kind of thing, and also channel updates for stuff that we'll be playing next week. So if you want to watch any of that stuff, be sure to check out the Twitch channel that you're already watching, or the YouTube channel if you're watching the VOD. Come over to Twitch and watch it there instead. Okay, I'm gonna head off. Thanks for dropping in, Shabongaloid, Michael Dixon, and anyone who might have been hanging out in the chat. Appreciate it. Alright, I'm gonna head. Have a good rest of your evening, and hopefully see some of you tomorrow for Bayonetta. Bye bye.